Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be doing some Hearth-Vigil into Russia 6. Now, I do have a Hearth-Vigil guide planned to be released at the end of the year, so look out for that. And we have board G here. Okay, so Hearth-Vigil tends to be pretty powerful in this matchup. I do like the combo potential. I like playing with other spirits, such that we can combine that story and season. Now, fortunately for us, I'll be able to use it for myself because we're playing solo. This is going to be somewhat awkward. Maybe I might just play it for the elements then. All right, starting explore is wetlands. Okay. So a lot of times I like to G3 starting, and then I G2 the following turn. I G3 going from bottom track or top track depending on how I'm going to approach it. The benefit of going from bottom track is I can try to play surrounded by the Dahan. For instance, if I play surrounded here in G1, I'll have a 50-50 shot. Oh, not a 50-50. It would be a 33% chance of denying that explore, which is one of the benefits of playing it on turn 1. Otherwise, I like going top track here. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be playing Call to Vigilance. And this is a great way to kind of create an isolation pocket. And I chose my G3. I'm going to be putting my presence over here in my G4. I'm going to be using my left gather a Dahan into one of your lands on this land, and I'm going to gather this Dahan over here into my G4. And you might be saying, why are you not gathering this Dahan? And the reason I'm not gathering this Dahan is ideally, Hearth-Vigil loves to have pockets of 2 Dahan. And, well, actually, now might want to actually gather this now that I'm thinking about it more. Okay, actually, so this is what we're supposed to do. So instead of growing here into G4, I'm actually supposed to grow into my G5, gathering a Dahan. So the idea is I want to move into a land where my Dahan aren't, and then next turn, oh, I see. If I play surrounded next turn, I won't be able to first strike here. That's probably fine. Yeah, the idea is I want to be able to G2 next turn and access a land with the Han. So ideally I'd access here and then gather this Dahan into here. And then I was hoping to create like a little bit of a pocket, but I don't think I'll be able to. We now have that not left innate, that right innate, so I can gather 2 Dahan. I'm going to gather 2 Dahan from my G1 into my G2, and I'm going to let this land trade, and then I'll kill the buildings. Events, build wetland. Ooh, that's a really good one to pass up. And explore is jungle. Nope, I forgot to build. There we go. And I have some interesting options. I could use Call to Vigilance here, pushing these explorers out, and I am trading in that wetland already. So I think I'm supposed to do it on this that jungle instead. So 2 fear, throw that guy. We'll throw it over here to my B5, I think. That's with my Call to Vigilance. I could have done it here to push this town out. I don't think I want to. I mean, the idea is I could like leave the explorer here, push the town out, and then I play around like beast damage. Maybe that's the play, like beast destroy. Might be a little greedy. Like Hearth-Vigil can hyper pocket in this matchup. We're gonna choose G2. Yeah, I've chosen to push the town out instead of the explorer. I'm hoping for beast destroy. We're gonna get a miner here. We're looking for, so the number one thing that we want here is sun, followed by earth. Ideal card would be a 0-cost sun earth. Looking at these drafts, I did get a sun card that also impacts the board, so I actually think I am going to use Delusions of Danger. We're going to put this presence over here in my G4, and we're gonna take. I think we're gonna pick it. I think so, just because it's exactly what we want to be doing here. And we'll be playing Delusions plus Coordinated Raid. This is where you could be playing Favors of Story and Season to support the team. I'll be using Delusions of Danger, pushing this Explorer out from my jungle, and we're going to throw it over. Let's throw it over here into the mountain. And then I have my left innate again. Oh, and I don't know why Sacred site should have been here. The sacred sites cannot leave Dahan unless all of the Dahan go with it. Okay, so we have a Dahan gather into one of your lands. I want to gather this Dahan into here. And then I have my right innate, where I can gather a Dahan. Going to gather this Dahan into the one negative here. I guess we'll gather that Dahan in and move that one presence. I'm separating the sacred sites here just because I want to be able to gather Dahan easily into my G1, and I don't really need a sacred site here on G2. Interesting enough, the decision to put my presence here on G5, this could have been placed on another board if I was in a multiplayer game, because I only really needed one presence on my G4. Okay, so now the point is I'll have that left innate to tier 2, so I can first strike here, clearing this land. And then I have coordinated raid to handle this mountain, or this the sands here. And then I'm really hoping sands would be good. Yeah, I mean, Beast Destroy would be excellent. I'll be able to first strike here the following turn. We're in pretty good, pretty good spot here. And this is what I was talking about earlier, playing around that Beast effect. Now it does suck that we got provincial seat because now we have to build here. We have a Beast to push. We'll push a Explorer and an Explorer like that and that. And then we will have to gather Dahan. So I guess I could gather here, giving me a defend 4. Still be able to first strike this land. This 3/5. Still blighting. That's okay. I want to blight. So Wetland Ravage. We're going to first strike here. Killing this. Pushing this Explorer over here. And this is going to be 3, 5, 7, 9 damage. So it's 5 damage. And we'll be able to kill everything there. So 4. Yep. I can push this Explorer and the land will blight. And this is where I'm a little sad just because my coordinated raid, I had to gather the Dahan out of here. So now I can't coordinated raid there properly. I think I want to go right into this mountain in case it explores again. That's the negative. I guess what I can do, yeah, because if it's sands, what if we did here? And if it's mountains, I can ping this, throw it over to here, and then I can have this ravage first. Just try to, that's what we do. And then if I put it here, yeah, I don't know. I think we're supposed to do it here, because if it's a mountain, then I can easily ping it. Okay, jungle build, and the explorer is sands, and that was the other thing. So now if it's sands, then this land always just automatically going to ravage, which is perfect. We're going to use coordinated raid, 1 fear, and we're going to zap this explorer, and we're going to push that over here into that wetland. And there could be an argument for me going over here in case my first bomb is going to be coast. So let's do that here. All right, time passes. And I'm going to reclaim here. And I'm probably going to take a Blight Cascade, but that doesn't really matter here just because this matchup, because we're playing solo, we just want to get to tier level 2 and then win via just killing all of the buildings, or yeah, killing all of the towns. We reclaimed. We're going to gather a Dahan into this land, and then we're going to use then place some cards. I want to be able to first strike in that land, so I'm going to be playing my single. We'll play my coordinated raid here, and I will do Call to Vigilance. And the next turn I can plan for a really big turn. We're going to gather 2 Dahan into that land. We'll go gather and gather. This land is going to ravage. It will blight Cascade, but that is okay because once again, I'm just trying to clear the clear the board. I wouldn't have done the plays that I did if I was playing a multiplayer game. Hardworking Settlers, I could push 2 Dahan, or I can choose top or bottom. Almost always bottom is better here. That's what we're going to do. 1 fear. And we have some fear cards. Mimic the Dahan is amazing, because now we can replace this, just remove that town, and now that'll first strike, killing everything. Next one is Panic. We'll add that strife over here to that wetland. Dan's Ravage, we first strike, killing all those, pushing this Explorer to there, and then we do need to rush a 6. I believe we want to rush a 6 here. It does kind of suck because it's away from everything, but it has the fewest adjacencies. Dan's build, and the Explorer is coasts, and I kind of played around it, kind of. Dan's actually, that is pretty brutal for us. But can we just win this turn? Probably not. We do have coordinated raid. We can raid this, push that there, and then we can get some Dahan here. God, Hearth-Vigil is so powerful into solo. Like, next turn I'm getting 5 fear. Wait, I think I just win here, right? Because I have 2, 3, that's 8 fear. And this is 4, 8, 9. I'm 1 fear off. That is nuts. So if that's the case, yeah. So what we do is we use Call to Vigilance, 2 fear, pushing this town and pushing this Explorer. Then we use Coordinated Raid there. 1 fear, killing the town. Passes. And then we are going to choose G3 energy. 2, 3. Putting this presence over here. Placing our 3 cards. And we actually just win right in the Ravage here. We'll use our left innate to gather 2 Dahan. We will first use our gather to gather a single Dahan here. And then we'll use our left innate gathering 2 Dahan into here. We'll use Surrounded to get 3 fear. 2, 3. Slating this land. And then I could use Delusions of Danger to get to push an Explorer. I'm just going to get 2 fear with it. And then I have Story and Season. We'll just gather, I don't know, down here. And I gain energy. Oh. Let's see what the event is. Yeah, and this does not win the game, and it does add a town, which is sad. I do have Story and Season again, which is pretty cool. But we'll just win. So focus farming. We're going to add a Explorer and town to this land with Blight. Explorer's Blunder. Okay, fear cards. Oh, and we are terror level 1 still, so just defend 2. And we get an extra fear. So we actually, oh no, we do not win because focus farming added a town. So it's, and we have a Ravage skip. We will skip the Ravage on the Sands. So Sands Ravage, we skipped this. Lands of 3 Explorers Ravage. We're going to strike first. And we're going to do killing the town and the 2 Explorers. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. I'm actually supposed to... What I'm supposed to do, actually, is kill the Explorers with strike first, and then the town, that's a 2 Dahan. And then I have defend 2 from this card here. And then the last Dahan kills the remaining town, and that will give me my victory. And then I have to rush a 6 and everything. So this is, yeah, I mean, Hearth-Vigil, very strong spirits. I mean, I have no complaints. I mean, even Delusions of Danger is one of the weakest cards we could have drafted for Hearth-Vigil. But once again, focusing on that sun, and Hearth-Vigil just take over. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.